Think about it. You are a corrupt government official, and you want to make sure you cover your tracks. What do? You hire everybody in your department to be below average so that there's no actual way to deal with it. Because they're going to go to these investigators and these employees and be like, why didn't you stop this? And they go, stop what? Yeah. Well, this man's not 150. That money's going nowhere. Really? Yes, there's no one alive that's 150. But it says they're alive. Oh, my God. How do you deal with that? You can't do anything.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can cross-reference the people who are 150 and their voting records.
In Chicago, it'll be 100%.
Seriously.
It would be how real. It would be really cool though if they were like, we looked into this and found that most of their addresses were in the sewer, and then they go down there and there's a bunch of Morlock 180-year-old pale people with white eyes. But we voted too.
They're in that mine that Elon's talking about.
So this might be a bit of an aside, but one of the things that I hear a lot of people criticizing DOGE about is they're doing these audits, and there are a lot of people in government that say, oh, these audits are done every year, or these numbers are produced every year, and anyone can look them up and anyone can see them and stuff. And it's like, okay, so why is it acceptable that this waste continues to go on? And if it was known, why is it that no one's done anything about it? I mean, if it's such an obvious, simple thing, Musk doesn't need to do this because it's audited and these numbers are produced and they're public knowledge and stuff, well, then why is it that nobody in the whole effing government, how come no one said, hey, we should stop doing this?
I like how the New York Post is like, they did an audit 2 years ago and they knew this already, and it's like, and they didn't fix it.
That's my exact point. Like, this is something that I've heard from multiple people. It's like, well, you know, they do this, and this is Musk doesn't need to do this stuff. This is all everybody knows this, and everybody. Then you all should be fired.
Yeah.
Every last one of you should lose your job.
When I was on Medicaid, I had a dentist who charged Medicaid for something like 18 fillings. And I called Medicaid and I was like, but you realize I don't have that many teeth. It was like a crazy number of fillings that they charged.
You do, but not that many molars, right?
It was a crazy number of fillings. And I called to report the fraud, and they were like, yeah, he does charge a lot, huh? And I'm like, so why don't you do so? There's just no initiative. But there's no, I mean, this is the problem with public sector. Where is the initiative? Where is the impulse to do anything about it? There's no.
I agree with you, but it does speak to that exact fact that not only does no one do anything about it, but when there's someone doing something about it, they think it's a defense to say, we knew about this. What are you talking about? You knew about this. How is this acceptable? It's because of things like Elon Musk doing this. And another thing that I'll mention that people might not be aware of, but this is not the first time this has happened. A program almost identical to this happened during the Clinton administration.
And during the Obama administration, too, actually.
Oh, was it during the... really? Okay.
Well, I don't know about the Clinton, but I know about during the Obama administration. I have a friend whose husband was working for the Obama White House doing this. He was DOGE.
Yeah.
And, it was fine under Obama.
Yeah. But now it's fascism.
Yeah.
It's so tiring and ridiculous.
And my friend's husband was actually not even a government employee, similar to Elon. He was a contractor in a fellowship that was privately funded. It was literally DOGE.
That's funny.
It's all so exhausting, but it speaks to the necessity of this. Yep. The way people are reacting, it shows that it is absolutely necessary, because it isn't going to get better. It's not like if this were done by a Democrat. I don't know that modern Democrats would do this the way that Barack Obama or Bill Clinton did, both of whom were Democrats, by the way, in case you've forgotten. I don't know that a modern Democrat would do that, considering they have had such total control over the slush fund. Yeah. But if they were to decide to do it, I don't know the results or the reactions would be any different. It would still be the sky is falling, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And it's better to do it now with an adversarial administration that's adversarial to all of Washington, thankfully.
I was in a cafe earlier today, and I literally heard two women talk. I believe they could have been witches. They were crying over USAID experiments being defunded, literally saying,
Thanks, Ian.
yeah, we were like, they were like, we wanted to know about certain animals and the experiments that were being done on them. Like, are you serious?
Well, those beagles, I mean,
Yeah, they're pro Fauci.
yeah, I mean the bagels, the beagles' faces aren't going to eat themselves. You know, you got to get the flies in there. That's what Fauci was doing.
Yeah, how are we gonna know what to put boosters in ourselves?
It is wild that I think all of this fraud stuff in DOGE proves there's a zombie cult, and then there's regular, sane, normal people. That the Democratic Party is largely zombie cultists because you have. We'll get into it in a little bit, but you had that woman on CBS say Hitler weaponized free speech to do a genocide, and it's like, whoa. Marco Rubio was like, shout out to Rubio for pushing back. If it were me on there, I would have just started yelling like, "What?"
I have thoughts.
I would have been dumbfounded. I really would have. And it's funny because after they spent like 2.5 weeks calling Elon Musk a Nazi because he went like this, and I'm going to be called a Nazi for doing that, and I'm an Orthodox Jew.
It's okay, though. It's your left arm.
Oh, okay. So it's like,
But so the issue is, these are people who claim that conservatives want to ban books from schools, just like the Nazis burned books.
Yeah.
But also the Nazis were in favor of free speech at the same time. It's like, look, you don't need that example because y'all have been watching the show and you get it already. But not a day goes by we don't get another psychotic example of they will say whatever they literally have to say to fit in with the opposite. It is, Look, you know what it is? It's bizarro America. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.